Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. This is this week's SPX review. I'm going to make this really easy. I work 6 days a week and I look at analytics. And last week, we had 24 people watch this video and it's an alerts room, so it makes sense to me. But we have like 600 to 700 people in here, I believe. That's a lot of people. Not many people interested in going over the alerts themselves. And again, I fully understand because it makes sense. You could literally just come over here and review them and get an idea if we, not an idea, you get an answer if they were profitable or not. That's the benefit of having API alerts. One thing that I will talk about really fast is that we did add this feature in here, the copy and paste feature. Disclaimer, just like any other alert, these are not recommendations to buy or sell. The reason why I wanted to put this in here is because for new traders, they want to see what it looks like on their charts, like how to actually place and look at the trade. And it's real easy. When you click here, this button up here says order copy to clipboard. You go ahead and hit OK. All right. And then let's see, let's pull up a chart just really quickly. Let's pull this one up. And all you would do is simply click here. All right. So this comes up. And then there would be, if the market was open and this trade was actually making sense at the moment for this, you would see an order come up, and then right in this area, there would be a clipboard, like it looks like a clipboard. You just click there, and it loads the trade, which is really really neat. Now, again, disclaimer: it's not for you to take the trade necessarily, unless you like the idea of it. But also, you'll notice that there's a quantity that is attached to that. So, just be careful if for some reason, there's 10 in there and you don't want to take 10 contracts, you need to make sure that you have the number correct. So again, that would be, my warning for you is just be careful with that. And the reason why I did that is because, again, I think that I was getting a lot of questions and it seemed like a lot of traders in here, not a lot, sorry, actually a pretty small amount, but I didn't want to have to keep giving the same information over and over. So the quickest way to do this was to place this here so that when an alert comes through, at first what was happening is you have to read this information, then you got to load it, right? And that takes, I understand it takes several minutes in some cases. And then, there's a date, and sometimes, I think like 3 to 5 people since we've opened up in the last 5 weeks have said something like, "Oh man, I accidentally put like December 12th and I meant to put the 13th or something like that," and that can be frustrating. I've done that several times as well. So in saying that, that's the thing as well is this could come through and still I can still mess up and have to go back and sell it or whatever. But again, this copy feature is really really cool. I've gotten a lot of good feedback, so I really appreciate that. And I hope you like that. Again, that was something that I just kind of talked to my developer about, and we made it happen. So, again, any feedback would be appreciated. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you don't care, whatever, that's cool too. One thing I do want to talk about, so a couple things. In summary, I don't think it's worth going over these alerts with you. I really don't. I feel like it potentially could be viewed as just sort of noise because you have the ability to come into the room and look yourself if you like to. Now, what I am working on in the background with my developer is something that he could take straight from my API and compile our trades and the percentage of gain, the total percentage, so forth. And he was doing that with me last week. We just need to do some checks and balances, make sure everything looks good. And then what can happen is I don't have to do anything, and then it automatically updates you guys at the end of the week or maybe at the end of each day on the performance of the trades themselves. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you haven't realized already, when it comes to um, this type of stuff, what I'm really trying to do is concentrate on just trading and not writing things out and giving all kinds of different graphs and things like that. I just want to concentrate on trading. giving you guys information on where I believe the market's going to work and where it's not going to work. And that will be my focus. So, this type of review, I think it's safe to say that if we only had that many people looking at it, I'm just not going to do it. So, again, please watch the broad market analysis. Look at the ES futures that I do towards the broad market analysis at the end. And if you have any questions after watching that, please ask me. The next thing would be it's still the same way. I just want to go over this. When you come into the room, please come to the welcome. Read through this. Okay. If you have questions, read through it. And over here on the API alerts, again, this describes the new feature. Awesome. But also it describes everything else that you need to know in here. All right. So any questions, please ask. The weekly neutral strategy for this week, I'm not going to do a video because we are using the same exact levels from last week. And these worked well. And you can see that I talked about buyers coming in at the target twos. That's exactly what happened. And just use the level. So when we wake up this morning, we'll be looking for, or sorry, wake up this morning. Tomorrow, what you'll be looking for is whatever levels to the downside is your support. That's where I'm looking for buyers to come in. And any level to the upside is going to be your resistance. If you're up and above the neutral, you look to stay long. If you're below it, again, prices need to get into the neutral before I start to feel safe about it continuing to the upside. And then I feel really good, like on the SPY, if it can get over the green level, then I'm looking for prices to continue up towards that, 610, 614, and so forth. Okay. Watch the broad market analysis. That'll give you a lot of insights. And then when you come in the morning trend, what I like to do is come in here, give you an updated chart using the ES futures, sometimes the SPX, and again, green is where I expect buyers to come in, red is where I expect buyers to slow down and or to go short. And then let's see, spreads explained. I started this just so that if you guys had any questions, you'd understand. And basically, I'm taking notes from the chat room on things that I think that are really good information. So, like CJC had placed this in there, and I took that and put this in the notes section. Now, we have an amazing community. I love what I'm seeing so far. If you guys see notes that you think are important enough for me to put in here, let me know. And I'll just cut and paste them and edit them if needed and place them in here. The next thing that I want to talk about is the mass majority of the trades have been primarily spreads. And again, I think it's because of the conditions. I'm not getting the big moves that I'm looking for right off the bat. Now, you guys know on the SPX premium charts, there's been tons of money to be made over there. That's a little bit more advanced, but it's also there for you if you want to take trades based off of that. I explain it all in my strategy that I did in here in our first week. It's on your dashboard, so please check there. Other than that, guys, that's my quick review. We had a really good week. I continue to look forward to trading with you all, and let's have an amazing week, and I'll see you soon.